Hello, hello. I had a revelation recently. Well, actually, not a revelation. Let me not say I'm having revelations. I think that's just my way of starting my conversations or starting my point of what I'm trying to say. But basically, like I was just thinking, like I think there's a lost, um, there's a lost art of just being, or like there's a sense of people. Let me not say people. Let me talk about me, because I'm just so. Sometimes I feel like I catch myself talking about people in avoidance of talking about me, and then that thing that I'm saying about people ends up being something that is reflective about me. It's like I'm mirroring myself through these people. So, but recently I've just been like in constant motion and constant like movement of like do, like do this, do that, and I think that I've just overwhelmed myself with so many tasks, so many projects, so many things to do, whether it's for myself or whether it's for a friend, someone else. And I feel like um oh, this is better. But yeah, I just feel like because of me doing that, I've kind of lost a sense of my core self. Not like I lost it, but I just felt myself drifting from that. And it's always just important, at least for me, to root myself and to make sure that I ground myself so that way whenever I'm, in situations where I'm in constant motion and constant movement, whether it's through work or whether it's through travel or whatever that may be, I want to be unwavered by my external environment. And that is something that I'm trying to be perfect or get, not even perfect, because I think perfection is subjective, but at least get better at, to the point where it just becomes like second nature for me to be in that rooted state. And I think that it's so easy for me to get swayed by distractions or swayed by constant things to do, because I feel like it's like I chase constant mental stimulation, like almost to avoid myself or to avoid what I'm thinking in my head, or like more so just I guess like what I'm thinking, but thinking in terms of like avoid the important things that I'm not reflective of when it comes to myself. But I can easily just sit and reflect about what someone else is going through. Like when a friend confides in me, it's like it's second nature for me to just like figure out what's going on in their heads. But yet I'm out here avoiding myself in the process. Not just in confiding friends, but just in general, like being in constant motion and so it's just realizing that about myself, that me doing that, me like being in constant movement, is also me subconsciously avoiding myself or my avoiding like whatever that I may be going through that is bothering me, because it's easier to reflect on the things that I enjoy, the things that makes me feel good and makes me happy. But when it comes to things that bother me or don't sit right with my spirit, or like like they kind of nag at me, it's like they're poking at me, I'm just avoiding it by movement. I compensate for it. I'm like, oh, I feel this way, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna work towards doing this or do that, so that way I don't feel that way, so that way I feel better about whatever it is that I'm feeling bad about. So it's like, and it goes against my whole philosophy, where it's like working when doing things in alignment and not out of pressure. So I'm literally moving, working on whatever I need to work on, or even just like going to places and whatever, I'm doing that out of pressure rather than like alignment. And that's just been the theme for me for the past couple of weeks. So I'm just like literally just this week, like I've been trying to recalibrate myself, recalibrate my body, and just grounding myself, like rooting myself, like the trees. Like that's why I come here in this forest that's like by my house. It's kind of my way of my escape in a sense, but like instead of just escaping and just being in la la land, I'm escaping away from an environment that makes me feel so enclosed. So I'm escaping into a space that allows me to like free flow, my thoughts and stuff. A person was passing by with their dog and I got so shy and stopped. I'm trying not to do that. That's why it's so hard for me to film in public, but hey, we live and we learn. But as I was saying, yeah, so like whenever I'm escaping into a space that makes me feel good, instead of just allowing it to make me feel good, I'm also trying to sit with the discomfort of what I'm avoiding. And a lot of the times it's usually like the discomfort of whatever I'm feeling, you know, whether it is like certain conflict that I'm trying to sort through with someone else, or conflict of like a situation, or even just like my own inadequacies like in myself that I feel a lot of times, like not feeling enough in general. Just, you know, we all go through that. And so trying to sit with that discomfort is really hard for me, because I always kind of like to keep things light and just be like, oh, happy, la-di-da, but you know, you can't always be happy, and you have to sit with that weight. Because I always tell people to, like, I tell friends that it's okay to be sad, it's okay to feel negative emotions. You don't have to be okay all the time. Sometimes it's okay to not be okay. You don't have to make yourself okay just to make someone else comfortable. And I'm learning to do that for myself. So this week has been a lot of like rest and recalibration of my own body and myself, and just like taking it day by day. And that's the theme, just taking it day by day, and making sure that like through these movements, through this constant motion, that I always take time in between that to root myself, to ground myself. And that's just so important, because when I don't do that, it's so reflective in how I interact with people, or even just it can just be it can be seen on my face, like, oh, you're not doing so good. And I remember I was at work one day and like my coworker was like, yeah, you don't look so good. And I was just like, that is that is a sign that I need to check myself, or check on myself, you know, check in with myself. It's so, and I guess like through all this I'm just learning that it's just important to just be, like, to just be. That's it. Like, it's that simple. You don't have to be something all the time or do something all the time. Self-worth is literally like to master self-worth, your self-worth and your value is literally in just you being. Just being. And that concept is so simple to grasp, to understand, but it's so hard to actually practically apply that into your life, you know? That's because I think we always associate our self-worth, at least me, I associate my self-worth in doing things or in being of service to others, and you know, like it always has to do with something tied to it, some external thing tied to it. It's never coming out of me. So like it's never coming out of like my own stillness. So just like, yeah, I guess like, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that it's important to just be still and to just be. And the more you do that, or the more I do that, I realize that I feel more grounded in movement. And so that lesson can be applied to anyone if it resonates with you. Aww. Is that a butterfly? I'm trying to figure out what that is, but if that's a butterfly, that just makes my day. 'Cause anytime I see a butterfly, since I was a kid, I would always see it as like, oh, the universe is like telling me that everything will be okay. So seeing that after what I just said, just be. Just be, okay? Just be. I was gonna say something and I forgot. I think that was a butterfly. Another one just passed. And I just saw fucking 2 deers over there. It's a great day. I'm telling you, it is a great day. But yeah, just be. Allow yourself to be, and allow yourself to ride the wave of whatever you're feeling. Do not go against it. Because when you're going against it, you're fighting it. And fighting it is not going to get you to the resolution that you want, or the resolution that, you know, you're meant to come to, in a sense. But yeah, just be.